Brief rehab start. Raimel Tapia leads off. DeGrom's first pitch is chopped on the ground past the mound. Lindor has it at the bag. 100-mile-an-hour fast. Trevor Story 1 for 4 last night, and he takes a fastball up and in. So the first 2 pitches have been in 100. Threw it to 102 in his rehab start against the Palm Beach Cardinals. That one a mere margin. Swings and misses on balls in the strike zone. His rate of in-zone swings and misses is 33.8%. His stuff is even when it's in the strike zone. 2-2 now to Story. All fastballs so far from Jake. And that one at 101 just misses, and it's 3-2. 3-2 to Story, and it's lifted out to right, and Brandon Drury gets his first chance. 2 out.
Gullet threw it through a brick wall, so you got more crouched.
Blackman makes contact and grounds one down to McCann. He handles that flawlessly. Jacob deGrom. Cron was 0 for 3 last night, and he takes a strike. We have word on Noah Syndergaard, who you wanted to hear, for a pitcher coming back from Tommy John surgery. Ball strike to Cron, and it's 0-2.
I'm agreeing. Just calm down. Don't get.
First slider by DeGrom was trailing when he was lifted for a pinch hitter in the 7th and final inning, and the Mets rallied and won the game for him.
Against lefties. That's the home run last night, as Gary mentioned.
Fastball more than ever. 64% this year. That fastball's hit well to left center. Back goes Maben to the warning track at the fence. He can't get it. It's a home run. Ryan McMahon ties the game with his 13th home run of the year, his second in 2 nights, and the Rockies get even 1-1.
Well, I won't say I'll let him trot around the bases, but I tell you what, you get the backspin on that ball, and it'll carry.
Hundreds is the batter.
Whiplash off the bat. The pitcher who throws hard provides the power.
Mets in the shift. Rogers finds the empty space on the right side, so back-to-back hits for the Rockies. And Hampson takes a fastball for a strike.
There's a good in.
Yet the Mets were able to turn 2 against him on a hard hit grounder. And he takes a slider off the plate. They're a real rebuilding team, and more it's looking like Ryan McMahon is a player that can build around. Line to right, in comes Drury to make the catch to retire Hampson. Wondering what the record was for a player in his first 100 at bats, the most strikeouts. Believe it or not, Nunez at 40. But I mean, 42 out of 93. That's a lot. Alcoholic binge.
You know, Gary, I had my 17th game.
Late on that fastball, and it's 2-2.
I just keep.
And Nunez takes strike 3 called, 100 miles an hour. Freeland will be the batter, lifetime 114 hitter.
I think Mark DeRosa says it best.
Well, we've certainly seen that. I mean, there's so many as a younger player. He strikes out Freeland on 3 fastballs. But I go. Wow. Wowee. Tapia fouls one off, and that's 5 straight. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And Tapia is down on 3 pitches, so 2. There's Trevor Story with 2 out. And he hits a ground ball. No immaculate inning for deGrom. He'll have to settle for a 1-2-3. His career against deGrom. And Blackman is a guy who typically hits good pitching. And then Ryan McMahon for the Rockies in the 4th. I mean, look at some of these numbers for Blackman against some of the elite. Time Rockies games played list. That's had him shifted perfectly with DR, the lone infielder, on the left side. And slider off the plate for ball 1. Hasn't yet really found the range with that.
But it wasn't in the strike zone.
And he dots the outside corner with a fastball with such precision. Yeah, it's one of those little things, and does it again, that just sets him apart.
12 on the corner.
And just a little off the corner. 3-2.
He hasn't been throwing it for a strike.
And he struck him out with the fastball. Foul tip held.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Here's Ryan McMahon, who homered his first time up.
You have grunting and groaning from some. Just everything in sync produces a result.
Oh, good slide.
Nice back foot slider, and it's 0-2. Struck him out, got him with a changeup. DeGrom with 6. Rays, the second lowest in baseball since he came to the big leagues. Brendan Rodgers leads off in the 5th inning and takes up and in, so maybe an right side. They don't overshift him this time after that hit, and the slider catches the corner, and it's one reason he had labrum surgery. This year he was laid up with a hamstring until just recently. Fly ball along the right field line, and Drury to the sidewall, but it goes out of play. McMahon has played most of the second and played it really well. Inside to Rodgers, although if Trevor 2-2 to Rodgers, and he smacks one past the glove of McCann and into right field, and Rodgers is 2 for 2. He'll stop at first base as Drury gets to it quickly. Of shoulder problems. He's due up 4th in the inning. Hampson trying to get a bunt down, hard to do against that fastball. Has to go up at the end of the night. 1 run. Jake started the night at 0.
He pitches in a way that I'm not familiar.
Johnson to a certain extent during his run. Strike 3 call. Got him with a fastball on the outside.
It's all about competing. He throws everything else out the window, and he trusts his eyes and his instincts.
Which is great, but I'm not sure.
Get that sometimes because of his great natural gifts.
Not such a simple man.
Yeah, there you go.
And relied upon, and that there has to be a middle ground along the way once everybody is out on the field.
The slim tonight. Make it 8. Nunez is down 2, and now back in the big leagues. A couple of years ago, and now getting a chance with the Rockies. As much of a chance as one has when one faces deGrom. 1-1. That slider is tightening up. And just to lay off that one, deGrom picks off the outside corner with a fastball. 2-2 to Joe.